Terror that says stares us in the face of danger. The more the risk, the more the reward. Welcome to Kakum Canopy Walk in Ghana, West Africa. Kakum Canopy Walk. One of the most terrifying bridges in the world. Yet people still want to do the walk. Terrifying and thrilling. More on that coming to you soon. Good day, this is MAVRO News Africa. I am Kobe Oboro. Coming up, News Agency of Nigeria spreads false information that Nigeria is to crash on June 7, 2017. Opportunity presentations in South Africa is giving huge support by attendees as appraisal becomes positive. Two guiders who were arrested in Ghana have been finally released by the Bureau of National Investigation (BNI) Ghana. 18-year-old guider gives mouth-watering presentation in Kenya. MAVRO match holds at Flamingo Estate Grants in Nakuru, Kenya. Now the details. MMM's philanthropic donations has now become the norm. This has become so much of the communities affected by MMM, so much that the question is begging to ask, where has MMM been all these years, whilst the people were being subjugated to the whims and caprices of the unjust financial system? However, very few are interested in waiting for answers to this rhetoric, as all they are concerned with is enjoying the rewards from Triple M. This brings us to a negation where information was being spread around in Nigeria that MMM will be crashing on June 7, 2017. Unfortunately, this information has been ignored by the participants as they obviously saw that the media is once again trying to employ its antics in Nigeria to bring down the system, or to no avail. According to a correspondent, first, they said MMM will crash in December 2016, and now they say June 7, 2017. According to the fact report, this false propagation was being announced by the federal government-owned news agency of Nigeria, NAN, who claimed that the domain will expire on June 7, 2017. As this was becoming quite debatable, we spoke with a special online consultant and web researcher who got engaged as she went on iCanSwiss lookup, which gives you the ability to look up any generic domain to find out certain information.
Thank you very much, Kobe. As you can see, I had to go on the WIS lookup website. It's not something difficult. It's something virtually anyone with a computer can do. So I typed MMM Nigeria website, and when I did that, I found that as opposed to what the News Agency of Nigeria, NAN, had said, MMM Nigeria web portal was never launched on the 7th of June as NAN firstly stated. Rather, it was launched on the 30th of October 2015. Secondly, the web portal has over a year to a lifespan, as it shows 20th of October 2018 as its expiring. This indeed shows the dubious intention of the National Agency of Nigeria, NAN. I'm not a participant of MMM, but that does not mean that one should carry false information, especially when you are a reputable news agency that stands with the federal government. It obviously shows that the government is trying to quell MMM in Nigeria, as it seems to be disrupting their financial corruptible modus operandi.
Thank you for that information, Dr. Oluremi Bankole. Well, just for the records, I am at the MAVRO News Studio, and MMM Nigeria is effectively thriving as testimonies have not stopped flying like sparks from a glowing firewood. It is in retrospect of MMM's philanthropic donations for a period of time that will make some honorable mentions, such as MMM Nigeria sponsoring of the Jofin Orphanage Home, as well as the Women's Skills Acquisition Training as announced last week. It must also be recalled as announced by our correspondent that MMM Nigeria made a donation of over ₦1 million to a foundation based in Kaduna State. Speaking with newsmen recently, the country director of foundation, said the generous donation from MMM Nigeria was used to offset the medical bills of patients battling various ailments. And these patients have been in 3 hospitals located in Kaduna State. A total number of 36 patients was what was put together. Some battling cancer benefited from the cash largesse. From the Republic of South Africa, there has been several opportunity presentations in Conquest, as one was held in Durban at the Ungokokazi Hall with guide Brenda Kumalo when she hosted an event at this hall. She went on to emphasize that MMM is global and that includes South Africa. She also added that anyone could join, but guiders would also assist those who had difficulties. She articulated that banks do swindle their hard-earned money through charging exorbitant interest and service charges. That was not all for the day, as another particular offline event held at Kwaksimba, Durban with Sibusiso, who gave a brief introduction and without wasting time went ahead to tell persons in South Africa of how others were being paid. Testimonies were coming and he did show them evidences. He also added that the world was becoming digital and everyone had to be a part of it. He further encouraged them to use bitcoins, as he told them that BTC was a digital currency.
Understand that bitcoins digital currency it's money on the internet.
Meanwhile, the land of the Zulus, KwaZulu-Natal, was not left out, as Ezimpokodweni Community Hall turned out to be a perfect spot to hear about Triple M. There, Prince Mkhize stated that banks were getting huge amounts of interest from savings. This resulted in the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. Hence, the MMM founder Sasaji MAVRO thought of this new financial order where participants helped each other. Article 14.2 of the 1992 Ghana Constitution states that a person who is arrested, restricted, or detained shall be informed immediately in a language that he understands of the reasons for his arrest, restriction, or detention. It goes further to state under paragraph AB of clause 3 of this article that if the person is not tried within a reasonable time, then without prejudice to any further proceeding that may be brought against him, he shall be released whether unconditionally or upon reasonable conditions. This has been the case for the 2 guiders who were unlawfully arrested a few weeks ago by the Ghana police and were undergoing investigation under the Ghana Bureau of National Investigations, BNI. As mentioned earlier, they were arrested due to misinformation and misconception of the MMM true ideology. However, after 3 excruciating weeks, Ghana has been catapulted to a colorful atmosphere of jubilation as these 2 have just been released. However, they have been returned to their country over in Nigeria with a fine of 5,000 Ghana cedis, which was paid promptly as they were found wanting in the part of possession of a residence permit and also an overstay. This news was mostly welcomed as participants and guiders alike are making comments that it was about time to have a huge party to celebrate them. One of the guiders even threw a joke for good measure that he would be submitting a proposal to that effect. And it is in the light of these celebrations that the winners for the MMM Ghana Recruiter Contest has been finally sent to us. The 3rd prize winner happened to be Aristotle Kwabina Simon, who got 1,500 Ghana cedis, while the 2nd prize went to Dagba Sykes, who made an impression with neat registrations in the recruiter contest, giving him the cash prize of 2,500 Ghana cedis. However, the first prize, which had several contenders, was declared null and void when the participants were found wanting due to fake accounts creation and several such misdemeanors found on them. With this, the date for the recruited contest event celebrations has been fixed for Saturday, the 24th of June, 2017. The time for this will be 2 p.m. and the venue is at the CityLink Pub in Accra. For those who want to gather, the CityLink Pub is located along the La Paz motorway. If you're coming from Achimota environs, you just need to look towards seeing the Kwashiman traffic light because it is just opposite or almost opposite the traffic light. I would love to be there, and this is also a clarion call for all guiders to ensure that they inform their participants and also inform their guiders alike that they should be there. Each one tell one. It is also expected that guiders and participants will turn out in their numbers to dance the new dance known as MAVRO dance. MMM has continued spreading its outstretched wings and tentacles all over Zimbabwe. Rukawo Hotel in Chegutu had a positive experience as Triple M guider Tapiwa Nyawo presented the MMM ideology to those who responded to his invitation. According to Tapiwa, people are still blinded by the events that took place in 2016 that led to a pause mode. For those that were present, Tapiwa did a good job in dismissing their fears, stating that there was no need to worry as long as they understand the ideology. He also told them that one has to note that when providing help, we are helping each other, and the key word is donating. No one feels a loss when donating. Instead, it's a good deed done. MMM has no guarantees, and that is laid down for us every time we click the Provide Help button. He concluded that these presentations are hosted for all participants so they can understand what they are getting themselves into. An awakening call was what the people in Nkayi needed to their financial status as a fully packed hall of Nesikwe community came to hear the good things of MMM and of course its tidings and ideology in a presentation hosted by the 18-year-old MMM guider Michael Takarua. He was an inspiration to many youngsters who braved the cold weather and attended this presentation. He explained all the pros and cons of MMM, making sure no stone was unturned. He stated thus, "We are a community, not a bank, and we only participate with spare money. MMM and our founder, Sir J. MAVRO, does not collect money from us, and there is no central account to deposit to." Attendees listened attentively as Guider Michael explored in detail the brief facts on how MMM has helped millions of people to become financially independent. Aside MMM, football is one game that has brought persons together from all spheres of life, irrespective of their status, race, or creed. A situation where those two are put together would definitely lead to a wonderful fruition, and who would spice it up better than the tenderness of ladies? In Nakuru, Kenya, Team N members put together an MMM Ladies MAVRO match at Flamingo Estate grounds where teams came out in full regalia representing MMM in a friendly match that lasted 2 hours. This has been a trend and MMM matches have caught the public eye. Many look forward to them, and now a lot of testimonials coming from quick get up of the current system is the news which goes around, and this has been quite encouraging. What however made us more interesting was that even as the players tapped the spherical ladder, information was delivered over a public address system on MMM's benefits and how it has benefited Kenyans.
And here in Kenya, people have become millionaires courtesy of MMM. in less than 1 year.
Team Q presentation, which was headed by Guider Edward Aswo at Mwananchi Hotel, Kericho, Kenya, also had a positive tale. According to information reaching us, there were challenges as the guiders were thrown torrents of questions on the partial pH, which was taking long to be attended to. Though they had a rough time explaining, everything was finally smoothened as the explanations were well understood and confidence was garnered from many. Worthy of mention in some light was also the MMA match at Itanga Grand Muranga, Kenya, with Team E, where they spoke of the MMM Kenya ideology, the importance of joining the community, and how to provide help and get help using Pesa and Bitcoin. Rotten wooden planks held aloft by rusty bits of wire stretch out in front of you. You reach out for a railing to steady yourself, but all you find are two threadbare ropes. The howling wind blows the rickety footbridge from side to side. Somewhere below you lies the forest floor. You don't even know how far. Welcome to Special Places. Welcome to African Moments. Welcome to Kakum Canopy Walk, Ghana. These footbridges soar above the forest floor in Ghana's Kakum National Park. Sure, there are handrails and net walls that rise up in either side of you, about 3.5 to 4 feet high. Anyway, but you are still walking on a plank of wood, no more than 1 foot wide. Oh yes, and you are 100 feet off the forest floor. The Kakum Canopy Walk Bridge is said to be 1,000 feet long. It is located in the thick tropical jungle of Kakum National Park, Ghana. They are constructed like a traditional rope bridge made from the materials of the forest. However, the sturdy spans are made of wire rope, aluminium, and wooden planks, and even have safety netting to keep people from plummeting off the trail. It is easiest to visit by car, but you can easily find a taxi for a day trip in Cape Coast. Also worth stopping for lunch is the Hans Cottage Botel, not hotel, where you can pet a crocodile. So get ready to face your fears or maybe find your next adventure with this excitingly petrifying bridge. Honestly, I look forward to being at the Kakum National Park, and I'll be sure to post you videos when I'm there taking my walk. 1,000 feet long, 100 feet down below. So while you're trying to make up your mind on your next petrifying adventure, I remain Kobe Oboro with MAVRO News Africa, reminding you not to forget that for everything, there is an exception to the rule. Until we see next, do have a lovely day.